Hi green lovers, behind me are some gorgeous pepper plants and I'm out here doing some mid-season pepper pruning, and I thought I'd bring you along because there are a few things that you need to get right to get your peppers to max production. So come along, let's take a look. Now, there are a few reasons why you want to prune your peppers mid-season. The first, look at these gorgeous pepper plants. They are growing like crazy, beautiful green leaves, but too much of a good thing cannot be such a good thing. And in this particular case, the greenery is awesome. There's a lot of photosynthesis going on, but you can see these things have started producing flowers. And you want the energy to start going into the flowers and the fruit, and having just that much foliage gives that much more that the plant needs to sustain, and it will be putting less energy into these beautiful flowers that need to become fruit. So that is reason number one that you want to prune, is to get the foliage and the flowers, if you will, in the right balance. The second reason that you want to prune, actually, let me take you up close to show you an extreme example and make a point, is to ensure that sufficient sunlight gets to all of the plants. Now, look over here, right down here in the depths of this planter, I have got two pepper plants. And these literally cannot see the light of day because guess what? We've got all of this huge wonderfulness around it. Now, I don't think I've got much hope, frankly, for these pepper plants. I don't think they're ever going to make it sufficiently above, even if I do remove foliage. But in many cases, you can remove foliage and just expose some of the plants that are not able to get as much sunlight because the big guys are shading them off. The third, and probably one of the most important reasons that you want to do mid-season pruning, is to take care of the bottom of the plant. Now you can see that these leaves, they're pretty dense, and many of them are starting to touch the surface of the soil. And when they do that, this is just inviting trouble, as in fungus and disease, and it also gives a pathway for little critters like roly-polies to climb up the stems, and ants and things like that. Now they're going to make it anyway, but the less pathways you give them, the better. So you want to get rid of any excess foliage that can lead to disease in the plant because of backsplash of water and the fact that it is just going to stay kind of wet and not dry out sufficiently, and that is a recipe for fungal development, and very often it is not the good type of fungus. So clean it up, clear it up, get some airflow going, get some sunshine into your plants, and you will see that they will start to thrive. Not that they aren't already. They're looking really, really good. Now, special note to pay attention to, I am only talking about bottom pruning when I talk about mid-season pruning. Bottom pruning and maybe some pruning at the side to expose plants to sunlight. I am not talking about pruning at the top. If you were going to be doing that, you should have done it when the plant was much, much younger. Doing it at this stage will set the plant back significantly. So do not do any top pruning at all. If at all, you want to just remove the excess foliage from the middle and the bottom of the plant primarily. Okay, I'm going to use this chocolate hub plant as an example for my bottom pruning. Now you can see there are a lot of branches, and when you prune, you're only pruning leaves. You are not pruning branches because each branch is going to develop into a fruiting source, and you want to keep as much fruiting on the plant as possible. So you don't want to remove any of the branches. So be careful when you do that. You want to start with the leaves at the bottom and definitely remove the ones that are touching the soil. And then start to work your way up. And then as you come to some of these branches, you want to clean up. But if they are very tiny branches that are just starting to emerge, leave those alone until they reach a size that you can feel comfortable that you won't break off the delicate little developing stem. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the rest of this off camera. Okay, I've gone ahead and cleaned it up, and I noticed that there was this small little stem coming out with one leaf on it, so I left that alone, but I cleaned up the rest, and I also noticed that this thing was lying on its side, so I'm using a little piece of stone to prop it up and get it to grow vertically in the process as well. Yeah, so these are the things that you notice while you're doing your mid-season pruning. You can also help the plant grow a little bit better, look a little bit better. It's a gorgeous plant, but it definitely needed some defoliation. It has way too many leaves, and it's not blocking anything yet. Fortunately, I've got another little chocolate hub here, but this might start to get shaded out by this guy, and then I will come and I will remove some more leaves just to make sure that this little plant has enough sunshine to be able to grow to its own full size. I hope you learned a little something new, folks. And do give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. It sure helps it get to a broader audience. What are your favorite tricks to get more peppers? Throw a comment below, and I am learning constantly. This is my first year growing about maybe 40 different varieties of peppers, and I'm really excited about it. So stay tuned, and I will give you updates along the way. Subscribe to my channel, and until next time, live green and love your greens.